Hey, it's Zenos here. So I'm coming again with another reading. And the topic for today is what makes you worthy. So before I get started, I'm gonna tell you I have a stone. It was literally a rock I found outside like a while ago, but I just kind of felt drawn to it. So I think it's like get in touch with nature, go outside more, or something along that line. I know I need to go outside more. But I just finished doing homework, and all that jazz. And candle is a blue candle. Oh fuck, nigga, damn. But I got a blue candle. I actually just found my candles again. So I just found my candles, and that's awesome. I still got a couple, quite a few left actually. But anyway, I'm gonna light this up. So I had a little bit of a slow start, but like, it's steady, so it's good. Okay. So your angel numbers are 40, 50, 45. 40 also may be significant. 45, 50 may be a date, time, or year. A year, what? Age. Or like a period of time, like 50 years ago, 45 years ago, or some shit like that. 5 years ago, 5. Yeah. Let's get you a quote. Okay. 36. Calamity. Also see adversity, affliction, anticipation, crisis, debt, misery, war. Calamities are two of a kind: misfortune to ourselves and good fortune to others. Ambrose Bierce. He who foresees calamities suffers them twice over. Belby Portis. Calamity is a perfect glass wherein we truly see and know ourselves. William Davenant. Calamity is the test of integrity. Samuel Richardson. It is only from the belief of the goodness and wisdom of a supreme being that our calamities can be borne in the manner which becomes a man. Henry Mackenzie. Okay. I want to do this in one take, but my piercings are literally bothering me. Hold on. Okay, so I'm back. It was really fucking with me, my piercings. Anyway, so I just came back and your candle was like tall, the flame. But let's get the main energy. Okay, let's get into the main energy. Okay. So we got Capricorn, facade, jealous. It will all come together. Guidance, pet peeve, okay, that's a lot. Soulmate, twin flame, death, cheating, saw that earlier, comical shenanigans, young and begging. You got creative and coffee. So, starting right off the bat, Capricorn is the center, like the first card that popped out, right? It's like either you could be a Capricorn or you can have it in your chart. And I'm thinking that this is pretty much a young love situation. Like, someone who you had feelings for that will be coming back. But I don't think they're coming back simply because they love you or anything. I think it's coming back because they're faking. They're faking. Like, they're putting up a facade. They're putting up, I saw vague earlier too, but they're putting up a front. In reality, this is about what makes you worthy, but it's like energy of somebody else that's coming in. And I think you revolve your worthiness around whatever this person, whoever this person was to you. In reality, I think you knew that your worth wasn't supposed to come from this person, but from yourself. And while they could be a soulmate or a twin flame, it simply wasn't meant to be for you guys to be together at this point in time. In guidance, and it will all come together. I really feel like there's a need for you to separate from whoever this person is, because not every soulmate is gonna, you know, be there for the long run. And pretty much, it's all smokes and mirrors. Like, if you have to beg for someone to show you attention, to show you any sort of realness, that is not the person for you. And you may even be blinded thinking that this is a soulmate or a twin flame, because they like to portray themselves as something like that. But in reality, whoever you are revolving your worth around is not for you. Your worth comes from your worth comes from within, not from external factors. Your worth has to come from how do you, what do you think are the most important values that you have? Like, for example, I value that I can give people second chances, but I also value that I don't allow myself to get played in some instance, knowing that a person isn't good for me. I love that when it comes to finding people who are worth my energy and time, they have to show up. They have to be, they have to make the choice of choosing to be real with me rather than, you know, just putting up a facade, basically. It's like when you know that someone is lying about how they act around you, but they always insist that no, it's not like that. I'm just like this. They make up excuses. I value the value that I have in someone who doesn't make excuses about how they act and actually shows up to make the change. That is something that I consider worthy of me. But it's also like worthy in my own self, because if I can't show up to make the changes, that means that I'm not doing it. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do. And even then, it's like what I perceive to be worthy comes from the fact that I continue to show up for myself and who I find important to me, or what I find important to me. When you show up and show out the way you're supposed to, that's what's gonna make you worthy. So I'm gonna really quick. Yeah, deep connections, more peace. So what really shows that someone is worth your time and energy is when they try to put forth a deeper connection with you and they aren't afraid to. The same thing goes with peace. You got Scorpio and hate speech. And preventing punishment also fell out. But when you allow yourself to get taken advantage of by people who you know aren't right for you, you're preventing them from getting the punishment that they deserve. And that's allowing you to take up their karma. You know, I got cancer in that. But when it comes to worthiness, you have to figure out what are your values and what has you my mind is a little muddled right now. I just saw 10 on a dot, but 000. But what matters to you? What are your priorities when you seek out a connection? What are your priorities when it comes to your own self and your own self-worth? You have to understand that when you are looking for approval, it shouldn't come from everywhere else. It should come from within, from your own being. We're using Del Toro today. Worth is not something that can be defined by anyone other than yourself. Even when it comes to people around you. For instance, when I was out in Texas, I started to really think about what was worth spending my time and energy on when it came to people. My family members, they were transphobic, homophobic. Even my lesbian cousin, she was also the same. And I thought that she would understand more because she was within our community. But she wasn't even part of the community. She just, like, was self-hating. And I think many LGBT people have been like that. Because when I was younger, I was always telling other people what they should and shouldn't identify as, when in reality I didn't have a fucking say in any of that shit. All I had to say in was what I did, what I valued, what I considered me to be. And even then, all of the self-hating tendencies I saw in her, I saw within myself, because I used to be like that. And even then, it was just like, it wasn't worth my own peace of mind to stay out there if that was what I was going to be around constantly. Five of Swords. I pick and chose my battles, and that was a battle that I was okay with losing. Well, not even losing, because I still won. I'm not forcing myself to feel some type of way or to be angry, because yeah, I was angry at her because of the shit she said. And not only that, I confided in her about my disorders, and she chose to take that as a weakness and try to use it against me. So with that being said, I just decided that it wasn't worth the turmoil. Being out there wasn't worth the turmoil. I don't want to be stuck out there with people that I know do not have my best interests. I am on the right path to a great life. Yeah. I just saw 404. But yeah, I would just rather be alone and to myself rather than try to please other people. And I think that I've always been like that. It was just people often took that as me ignoring them, or they felt some type of way about it, when really I was just to myself. It didn't have anything to do with them. I just liked being to myself. I'm introverted. And apparently being introverted was a problem. And I've dealt with people like that before. And it really just got me thinking that I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be self-hating. I don't really care what other people identified as. I was just going with the crowd because at one point I was a follower. And I think regardless of what anybody identifies as, they should take pride in it. They should be able to be themselves without fearing whether they're going to die or whether they're going to get hurt, or if somebody is going to attack them and tell them that they shouldn't do XYZ. As long as it's, consensual and, not harming another person. So, anyway, let's continue on to what makes you worthy. Like, go into the cards. Oh, shit. No, it's too bulky. A lot of cards keep coming out in bulk. But you have the Queen of Swords. You have the Hierophant, Temperance. Okay. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Like 3 cards in the middle of the deck. Literally, the wand, 3 wand cards were literally flipped over. Okay. So you have the Queen of Swords, 8 of Wands, the Hierophant, 10 of Wands, Temperance, and the 7 of Wands. Seeing as you got all wands, and you got the King of Pentacles on the back, and the Page of Pentacles on the front. So, seeing as you got the Tower on the back of the King, Jesus, and the Emperor. But seeing the cards, and you have the Hierophant and Temperance together, beetles may be significant. Let me start over here. So, you have the Queen of Swords and the 8 of Wands. I'm sorry, I was just like blanked. And they're all in reverse. And Queen of Blades had came out in reverse, but I just switched it back up. But I definitely think what makes you worthy really stems from understanding your own faults and your own strengths. You have so many opportunities coming towards you, but what's stopping you is your own fear of actually going into your own self, like standing in your power. And I think that's why the Queen of Swords was in reverse. Although she has her head chopped off, you know, she's still holding on to her sword and still using the star to guide her, you know. I'm also hearing the song Don't Lose Your Head from some musical. But I think it really comes to understanding that you aren't going to lose yourself if you actually step into your power. You're not going to, you know, you're not going to a wands in reverse. You're not going to be less than if that actually happens. So, with the 2 of Wands, there are some things that you have to let go of. When it comes to shedding old habits, people that you don't feel good around, or anything else, it's okay to let that go, because what is for you will be for you. If you know that if you're around someone and they don't and you don't feel good about them, you shouldn't stay. And actually, you should question why you feel like that. And that's what's going to bring us into the Hierophant. The Hierophant, personally, for me, when I see the Hierophant, they are the masculine that knows all and passes judgment on those who come within their vicinity. And with that being said, you have all these people, like, not all of them, but you have 2 people begging and praying towards the Hierophant. But the Hierophant isn't really looking at them, just judging them on how they have been. So, releasing your burdens and shedding yourself of people who are not for you is really something that you need to focus on. And I think that's also why the 10 Wands is in reverse. You're shedding things that don't belong, people that don't belong, habits that don't belong. And instead of letting them beg for your attention, you're focusing on building your own fire within yourself. You have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You have a lot of cards coming out in reverse. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, opposed to the Hierophant, I think it also means that when it comes to spinning the wheel in your favor, let's see, let me get the 10 of Cups in reverse. You have a lot of reversals. But if you are trying to spin the wheel in your favor, it comes from releasing and starting your own fire. Getting in touch with who you are meant to be, rather than allowing other people to define who you are. You have to understand that worth, it comes from within. Again, not from other people. And I think you've had a really hard time understanding that because, like I said with my story earlier, I used to be a follower. And now I'm understanding that to be myself, I have to see what sparks my interest, what sparks my joy, what makes me feel that I'm worth it, you know. You got 3 10s. All of them have 10s, X's. So it's about completion and completing the cycle of knowing that you can be your own person. You can be fulfilled in yourself rather than allowing someone else to come in and make you feel fulfilled, because that's never going to happen. So lastly, you have Temperance and the 7 of Wands. So this is actually interesting because I noticed that there was a circle and then there was just one stick in the middle. So I think understanding and balancing your emotions, balancing yourself is what's going to make the difference. So you have the 6 of Wands and the Hermit in reverse. Getting out of your comfort zone. Protecting yourself when it comes to knowing that you need protection is protecting your energy and not allowing everybody to have access to it. And I think that's what you need to start doing instead of allowing yourself to be open to everyone, because you're not for everyone. And I think I just saw 555, but you're not for everyone. You need to understand that whoever is drawn to you is what you subconsciously feel that you deserve. So when you start realizing that you deserve better people in your life, better people are going to come in your life. If you still feel like you deserve the worst, then that's what's going to come into your life. And at the end of the day, it's going to be a test to see if you actually think that you deserve it, or if you know that you can receive better. With that being said, I can think of a good example. So if you've ever watched Shameless and notice the pattern that Fiona has when it comes to men in her life, she always chooses people, she always chooses men who are not good at all. And the one time that she did have a good man, Mike, season 4. So the one time that she did have a good man in her life, she fucked it up by fucking with his brother Robbie. And Robbie was her type that she ended up liking. The type that she always typically falls for. And in failing that test and not falling for him, she ended up having a spiral that led to more bad decisions. And she even said to Mike himself that she felt like she didn't deserve good things. And that mostly has come with the insecurity within herself, rather than when it comes to outside factors. And if you constantly choose someone who you know isn't good for you, instead of sticking with the option that you know that you enjoy and deserve, that's going to lead you into that's going to lead you down into a bad road. And that's just a lesson that you're going to have to learn. And the lesson that you're going to have to, a cycle that you're going to have to complete again. The Wheel of Fortune, for me, is a cycle also, instead of just, fortune or good things coming your way. The more that you focus on the bad, bad is going to come. If you focus on the good, good will come to you. It's kind of like how the law of attraction is. You have the Tower and the Emperor. So funny thing is, I saw these cards earlier, like literally on the back of the deck, under the King of Cups, I believe. But when it comes to building what you want and what you feel you deserve, you have to take the initiative. And like this King of Wands, he's turning away from the Tower, and he also has a key that's at the bottom, but he's not focusing on the key either. So you have the key to opening your own destiny, but when you feel like you don't deserve it, you're going to allow yourself to be led into destruction. You have to feel that you deserve it. You have to ask yourself, why do I deserve this? What in my life do I want to change? What in my life do I feel that isn't good for me? What isn't going to support me? What isn't going to lead me on the right path? Instead of relying on someone else to be your emperor, use your own masculine tendencies. 111. Use your own. Be your own knight, basically. Be your own king. Instead of allowing yourself to fall victim to someone else who's trying to portray themselves as the emperor, as stability. Be your own stability. Build your own foundation healthy instead of allowing yourself to settle for less than what you deserve. So I'm going to end it off with a little advice before I move on to oracles. So you have the Eight of Cups, the Four of Swords, and the Five of Cups. And on the back you have the Six of Pentacles. So I think your advice is just picking and choosing your battles. With the Five of Cups, you can see that there's disappointment. And, you know, in I think the Rider Smith, I think that's what it's called. But in other tarot decks, you have a person that is leaving, not leaving, but focusing on what has spilled rather than what hasn't, the two cups that he has. So realizing that you don't need all the cups that spilled. You just need to focus on what you have right now, the two cups that you have right now, and what you can do to build those cups up again. That is what's going to lead you onto the path that you desire. Like with the Eight of Cups, you're walking away from what doesn't serve you. You have to if you want what you feel you deserve. So walking away and actually focusing on the cups that you have. Okay, the Four of Cups. Four of Cups. I mean, the Four is Swords. You allow yourself to take a rest. You allow yourself to take a break from any shock or situation that left you with more questions than answers. But when it comes to wanting answers from people who have done you wrong, you may never get those answers. And the fact that they haven't said anything and you gave them ample amount of time, that just means they weren't supposed to be there for you. They weren't there for the long run. They were only there to give you a lesson. You have to understand that the universe put these people in your path only to teach lessons. They weren't there to stay for a long time. So when it comes to walking away from what doesn't serve you and focusing on what you can gain from the cups that you still have, you can always build those cups up. You can always build those cups up again. Just saw 35. And also 444 again. So let's get into your oracle cards. Oh yeah, took the book out of the emanations because I was like gonna read it, but I still haven't gotten around to it. I need to though. Okay, so we're gonna go into challenges that you have. So you have 10, colorless angel, 31, atonement, 22, I won't cry for you, and 23, revenge. And on the back of the deck you have 4, is this me? Like I said earlier, especially seeing the is this me card, self-worth comes from within. Instead of allowing yourself to be taken advantage of and choosing revenge over your own salvation and understanding yourself and the faults that you have. What the fuck was I going with that? But okay, I'm sorry. Don't choose getting revenge and focusing on the hatred and the negative emotions that you have towards a person. Like, it's normal to have them, but at the end of the day, you have to make amends with yourself and understand that at the time you were not focusing. What's the word? At the time, you weren't I can't remember the word. I'll probably think about it later. But at the time, you were just dealing with it the best you can because you always wanted to see good in people. So, I'm going to read Colorless Angel. Hold on. Ten, Colorless Angel. Moon phase, first quarter, stage denial. It is better not to feel rather than feeling pain. Sentence. Apathy is the crowned king of nothingness and the shining queen of whatever. We can be Siegfried, the dragon slaying hero, but not when he slays the dragon, nor when he is betrayed or dies, but when he is simply doing nothing. We can be Michael the archangel while he waits bored and motionless, or Saint George surprised in the moment of stillness and nothingness. All the strong rivers can become a swamp when they reach the plains. And the most yummy food can become gummy after a couple hours of unattended on the table. There is a lot of darkness when we make the habit of going gray, when we numb our senses with the fog of delays, and when we just get indifferent to the fog herself. I'm here, we whisper, and if, by a very tiny chance, someone notices and replies and asks who's there, we become shy and we stay silent a little more. You cannot be saved unless you face the dragon, and the dragon hurts. Of course it does. So rising to the challenge. So rising to the challenge is kind of the end goal. Instead of waiting you can make the move yourself. And it's actually interesting that atonement came right after that. So releasing the swords that are in your back and not allowing the betrayals to define who you are and what you consider your worth. Letting go of the pain that someone has given you, has done to you, rather, and just accepting it for what it is and moving on. It took a lot. It takes a lot of strength to move on, knowing that someone wronged you, and it seems like they're living their best life at the moment, but really that's not the case. Their karma is coming in due time, and it's not up to you to say what they should and shouldn't get. We got sacrifice in the middle. You shouldn't sacrifice your own well-being and your own mental health to wanting revenge for what happened to you, rather than building a better peace of mind with yourself and searching for the better that can come. There is always the calm after the storm, but you have to face the storm first for that to happen. Let's get some emanations. Oh. Root connection. Yasad. Uriel, angel of flame. Remiel, angel of visions. And on the back we have Shatiel, angel of silence. So when it comes to a silent place within yourself, you can understand yourself more than anybody else. When it comes to being in silence, working, meditating on yourself, working on yourself and meditating, and understanding your own issues, that is what's going to lead you into better peace. Connect with yourself on a deeper level. The path ahead of you is already going to be cleared as soon, it's already cleared, but it's up to you to take that next step. The next right thing, the song that Elsa does, that's what's coming up, but pay attention to your dreams and the visions and the thoughts that just cross your mind out of nowhere, because those can also be beneficial if you actually think about what their meaning is. Because you're already getting spiritual downloads, and also you're getting I can't think of the word. You're getting what you deserve. But as long as you feel that you do deserve it, that is what's going to make it come in faster or delay, you know. The path is cleared. You just have to take the key and open the door. Okay. The card already flipped out. Self-belief. Self-belief is the magic key that opens up a better, more inspired future for me. See? You gotta open that door. Don't be afraid of doing it, because like I would just share a story. When I it's on the back of the deck when I first pulled the deck out. Shit. But when I first came, like I first formed as an altar, I was literally just kind of observing what was going on. I wasn't really conscious in the sense that I could move around on my own like I am now. And altars, they form differently. Some are there for the emotional aspect 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 and I always had to watch and understand the habits that we had, because some of the altars are persecutors, and they can get self-destructive. Even now, I still have to keep watch because we all have a goal, and that goal is to bring peace of mind to us as a system, and to also, you know, to also build a legacy that's going to be beneficial for us and generations to come. And doing that is just a step at a time. I'm thinking, like, the song that's coming up is Fragile Things from Centaur Road. One careful step at a time. I can't really remember it, but Wama Wink was like, I can't remember it, but you have to listen to the song, because at the end of the day, we are all living in a human experience. We are all just people who all have different struggles, but it's how we deal with those struggles that are going to make and break us, you know? So with that being said, let me read the rest of your cards. 44, Inner Guidance System. The best answers always come from the calm, radiant place within me. I'll wait for these with joy. 28, Power of my voice. I speak my truth and express my feelings to others with care and compassion. 34, True worth. My true worth is intrinsic and shines from my inner being like a sacred jewel of love and compassion. 2, self-renewal. As I clean out the old energies, I have more space for which wants to be birthed into my life. And 20, enlightenment power. I am a person choosing the power of my own conscience as a vehicle for my growth. I feel like going outside in the night is dolphins may be significant, but going outside at night and just letting yourself moonbathe or sunbathe even is going to be beneficial for you. Allowing yourself to have a peace of mind and just allow your thoughts to run with detachment are very beneficial. Excuse me. And I think it's funny that Power of My Voice comes out because there is a blue candle which relates to the throat chakra. So use your voice for what you feel is important. For what you feel that you haven't said that you should say. There's always going to be tough conversations, but it's how you deal with them and how you move forward towards them that are going to really matter. Again. So let's get some moon cards. You know, the moon in half to full moon. Embracing high levels of motivation and energy will bring feelings of empowerment and satisfaction. Hold on. I just saw something flipped over. Maybe not. Okay. So, you have Moon in Libra. Avoid making serious decisions and instead focus on creating harmony within your relationships. Moon Totem Wolf. Beware of letting your wilder instincts spin out of control. Moon in Taurus. Now it's time for focusing on financial and practical matters. On the back you have the Wolf Totem too. Okay. So for instance, it's my 2 month 2 months on since I started HRT. But I realized that because I'm starting a new hormone, it's like I'm going through puberty, like another puberty that I should have went through in the first place. But it's puberty that is starting to affect my libido. So I have to be understanding that when I get those spurts of, it's not because it's because I'm starting a new hormone, and testosterone is known for making, testosterone makes you more agitated and kind of heightens emotions more so than estrogen. Like estrogen, when I just was purely estrogen in my system, it was just like, yeah, I'll feel sad sometimes. But with testosterone, instead of focusing, having more inward emotions, it's starting to come outward. And I think also starting it has boosted my confidence because I never really was the talking type because our voice was always so high and soft, and that also brought a lot of dysphoria to the system itself. So yeah. So I definitely need to beware of allowing emotions to control how you are. And before we get into affirmations, I'm going to get some letters, initials or something, Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna keep all of these. So we have Ladybug, L, Seal, S, Nest, N, Dog, D, Necklace, N, again, Pig, P, Fish, F, and X, xylophone. So you may be okay, I just got listen from LS. I don't know. But I think really it's time for you. Got D again. Okay, that's interesting. Yadi again. But I think it's really a need for you to understand that there's more to life than just what you see. You don't have to see anything to believe it. And that's something that I had to come to terms with, especially when it comes to religion and how I viewed it. So, well, yeah, I do feel like in some instances you have to see stuff to believe it. I don't have to see the universe's love to believe that it exists. Because at the end of the day, I have been taken care of. I'm 56. I'm where I'm supposed to be at this current moment. Every experience that I had has led up to this moment because they are learning experiences. The flame is going crazy, Jesus. And understanding that experiences are not supposed to break you. They're supposed to make you who you are supposed to come. What is life without experiencing the downs? And every time there's a down, there always is going to be a high or good moments, and nothing lasts forever. So what we have is for you. Today I am free of drama. Today I will let go of the people that do not support me and only surround myself with positive people. Today I am brilliant. Today every idea I have is creative, thoughtful, and full of potential. Today I will look ahead. Today I will see my future. It is a beautiful life I am looking forward to. Today I make a difference. Today I will stay focused, work hard, and do my best at everything I do. Today I am responsible. Today I am responsible. Today I will make good choices that will bring me health and happiness. Today I will not give in. Today I will not allow negative thoughts or feelings prevent me from achieving happiness. Today I am happy. Today, happiness and love will fill my heart and soul all day. And on the back you have, today I am energetic. Today I am filled with an incredible energy and enthusiasm to face this beautiful day. So that's the end of your reading. Thank you so much for watching. Saw 909. But if you want to support me, I have my social links in the description below. They're also on my page in the about. If you want to give donations, I have links and shit also in the description below to my Cash App, Zelle, some other thing, whatever. But thank you so much for watching. Keep it juicy in the koozie, and peace the fuck out.